EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Today it's live third round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. .200 yards left to where that hole is cut. And now let's go down to the action at the fourth. Frank, this would be a good time to get it going. Made some pars to this point, but if you want to win, you have to make birdies.
Rich, I think the thought of winning has to be removed from one's psyche right now. You've just got to worry about what's in front of you. It just looks confused, forgetting about playing the actual game itself. Winning happens by a series of good shots. Let's get back to the basics of playing golf.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Thundering up the leaderboard, 10 under par for the tournament. What a birdie. So we played our first par 3, now to the first par 5 on this golf course at PGA West. It is the 535-yard fifth hole. Frank, it appears as though it rewards precision off the tee.
And the Bombers too. You can run out of water at 335 yards. So for the Dustin Johnsons of the world and the Rory McIlroys, that's nearly doable. But if you can't hit it that far, it's quite obvious. You've got to keep it down the right side. And for those people, they put 2 little bunkers there.
This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That was a solid strike and a good result. Locked in on the read and the speed. So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. Frank, a long par 3 here at the 6th, 255 yards. Club selection obviously is crucial.
Yeah, and length is very important here. Something that can fly high and land soft is obviously going to make that green play a little bit bigger. If you get a breeze off the right or left to right into, this hole becomes very challenging.
Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hat.
We went for the brief swim there, Frank. He's trying to stay dry now.
He is. Just trying to avoid water on the brain as well. This will take a good swing.
Third shot now after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
What a shot. Almost in. Clean this up with a tap. Drops into a tie for the lead after that bogey.
I'm going to have to shake that off very quickly.
We're at the 7th now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, don't just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Frank, what's this second shot look like here at the 7th?
A good distance in here, and you can just simply look at the flag. This is a hole that should be taken advantage of. Should be safely on deck.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Sinks the putt for birdie. .555-yard par 5 8th hole. Frank, is this a two-shotter or a three-shotter?
Good question, Rich. It starts to shrink down by the walkway, which is around that 330-yard mark. That's the decision has to be made. Personally, I think you try it at first, because even if you do find a fairway bunker, then it is certainly a layup. If you've got the distance, it's well worth the risk.
Well, that's the way you draw it up here at the 8th. You want to get it out there. He's done that, and he's kept it in the fairway. Now the approach shot here on this par 5 8th. Crucial eagle attempt on the way. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. He's made it. Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live final round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Frank, if a player needs to make a big move at the close of the round, How could they get at this whole location and make a birdie? They call this turning home.
I think that's where you have to be a little more aggressive off the tee shot. A drive of 280 yards can certainly take those two bunkers down the left out of play. There is one in the distance down there, 350 yards, so even the longest hitters can still hit driver down there. You imagine pumping one down there, sort of 340 yards. Now you turn a long hole into a drive and wedge. That's how you get aggressive.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Second shot now at 15. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Chance for back-to-back.
Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. This is the second par 5 at PGA West of 600 or more yards. The 16th is a pretty good test. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Excellent drive, Frank. Right where you want to be. Frank, he's cranking it and banking it. Giant drives, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy, but on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it. Gets a good pitch. Only in the first cut.
Not too
That's
bad.
not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the whole location from here. See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Settles in over the putt.
Now that birdie has to feel even better, Rich, with everything so tight at the top.
Right in the middle of a Donnybrook at this point. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
Really. This is that awkward length.
So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching two tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards, but again, we've said it all day long. water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's three groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. It's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. If there's stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3-wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find the fairway with.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
So it's come down to this, Frank.
One putt away. A chance to do what everybody has been trying to do.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
What a great tournament finish. This one is in the books, and look who finished on top of the leaderboard.
Rich, this has to go down as a classic. Our champion was simply on fire. And I'm looking forward now to see how next week pans out.